So in this video we're going to discuss about the respiratory pigment. First of all, that what respiratory pigment means, which is we are talking to discuss about the pigments which are involved in the respiration as well as they are related to the human being we are going to discuss. So we are having the commonly two hemoglobin. First is hemoglobin, second is the myoglobin. Let's discuss about the hemoglobin first, then we'll be moving toward the myoglobin in the next videos. First of all, hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, which is in the quaternary structure, and it is a water soluble pigment. Water soluble pigment. And heme and globin, these both are what, two words, so we can say that they are the conjugated molecule, because they are having the two major part. First is the hemo and second is the globin. If we talk about the globin first, globin is basically the globular protein, and globin consists of two parts. First is they are proteinous in structure, because they are globular protein, which means they are proteinous in structure. Alright, and this is consist of one polypeptide chain. The hemoglobin consists of one polypeptide chain, which means that which is consist of two alpha chain paired and two beta chain, which means we are having the four chains. Two is of pair in the alpha and two is of the beta in pair. First of all, if we talk about the alpha one, so alpha, one chain of alpha consists 141 amino acid. So there are two chains, which means that 141 will be more. First of two alpha chain we are having the 140. In one alpha chain we are having the 141, and in second we are having the 141 amino acid. So total in pair form there will be the 282 amino acid in the alpha pair chain. And if we talk about the beta one, so they are having the 146 amino acid in one beta chain. So 146 will be in another. So it will be what? It will be the 292 in beta paired chain. And if we talk about the whole polypeptides, we'll be adding both, and the answer will be 574 amino acid in the hemoglobin, or you can say total amino acid in the one polypeptide chain. Alright, so if we talk about the heme part, heme is basically, we can say, have the iron, which is a symbol of this iron, which have iron, and porphyrin. What is porphyrin? Iron, you are known about this element, and porphyrin is basically, you can say, is a class of organic molecule. As well as this, it contain four pyrrole rings. It contain what? It contain the four pyrrole rings. Alright, it's contain what? It contains four pyrrole rings. As you guys all in the previous, in the botany section, we have discussed about this pyrrole and all. We have discussed about the structure of chlorophyll. This is related to not this, but we have discussed there the pyrrole rings. So I'm just reminding you guys, there were the four pyrrole rings, which means they are the tetra structure, and the pyrrole rings consist the nitrogen molecules. Alright, so for example, this is a structure of the propyrin, so they'll be containing what? Then containing a nitrogen containing, and they from there the four pyrrole rings are there, which means four iron will be attached with this. Alright, so have four iron, alright, molecules. If pyrrole rings are there, pyrrole ring mean the four rings together, and they contain a nitrogen containing, and they contain the iron too. Alright, so if one, we can say each pyrrole ring will contain one iron molecule. So there we are having the four pyrrole ring, which means the four iron molecule will be there. Alright, so if we talk about the bridge of this porphyrin, that is called the methylene bridge, which means in the center we are having the bridge, that is the methylene bridge. Alright, so porphyrin, alright, porphyrin is embedded with the alpha and beta chain. Like how, for example, this is a 4 chains, alright, 2 is of alpha and 2 is of beta. So this is what, this is the, for example, this is the iron will be attached with this chains, alright, as well as they are having what, they will be having a bond between this chain if we talk about, that is the they are combined together with a non-covalent bond, that is a hydrogen bond, and is the weakest bond. Alright, so one hemoglobin will bind with the 4 oxygen if the 4 parallel rings are there. For example, like this, we are having this as a hemoglobin, and here the 4 iron molecules are there. So which means that iron can combine with only one oxygen, and one oxygen. Alright, one iron atom can bind with the one oxygen, so will mean there one hemoglobin can bind with the 4 oxygen. So in the structure of the hemoglobin, if you see, you can see the carbon structure in there as oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen. Alright, so I was talking about that the porphyrin is embedded or surrounded by the alpha and the beta chain. Here you can see that. Alright, so this was about the today's video that I have discussed about the hemo part and the globin part. This was about the respiratory pigment.